How's it going? Welcome to this video. So I have here the Sony A7C. This is the camera that I have been using for my YouTube videos for the last 2 years. About 2 years ago from Amazon as an open box, and I think I paid like $1,800 and some change. So right now this camera is going for about $1,500, maybe $1,300 just for the body. I have here the A7 IV. And I have here the new Sony Zve1. So basically the reason I'm doing this video is because I wish I would have seen a video like this before I was in the process of deciding if I wanted to get another camera. I have zero complaints about the Sony A7. No complaints. This camera does an amazing job. It doesn't overheat. It's a 26 megapixel pictures, so it does really good in low light. The only reason why I'm considering to replace this camera is because I really like recording in 60 FPS all of my videos, but this camera can only record up to 4K 30. So what I was doing was recording the videos in 1080 60 and basically rendering my project in 4K 60. And still, this camera does an amazing job in low light. Even if it's in 1080p 60, it's hard to tell when you're watching this on a 4K TV or on your smartphone or on your laptop. It's gonna look super crisp. So no problem at all with this camera. But that's the only reason why I'm considering to replace it, because I really want not only the 4K 60 but also 10-bit. This camera only records in 8-bit, so that's a reason for that. So I decided to get the Sony A7 IV, which this camera actually I do have to return because I think I have like another 2 weeks with this camera. I got it from Amazon as an open box too. But I decided that I'm gonna keep the Sony Zve1, and so that's why I'm doing these videos, to let you guys know why I'm keeping the camera. But I got this one first. Before I got the Zve1, I got this one, the Sony A7 IV. And I was excited at first with the 33 megapixel sensor, with the viewfinder. The camera does record in 4K 60. And it does record in 10-bit. But the only problem with the camera is it's the crop. There is a crop when you're recording in 4K 60. Now you can get away with a lens like this one, the APC lens from Sony, 11mm f1.8. You're still gonna get a really wide angle in 4K 60 if you record with this lens. No problem at all. However, this camera is heavier, it's bigger than the body of the Zve1. This is super light. It's smaller. You don't have the viewfinder here, and that's one of the things. Like, I don't do a lot of photography. I basically do video for YouTube. So as much as the viewfinder, it's something nice to have. And I really like this one because it's a high resolution. I don't do a lot of pictures, so I can be okay with this one that doesn't have the viewfinder and just basically use the monitor. So basically, guys, that's a reason why I'm considering selling the A7C, just to get a camera that will record in 4K 60 in 10-bit. Other than that, amazing experience with this camera. I think it does a pretty good job, and I think this camera is going to continue doing a good job for another easy 5 years. No problem at all. So now, here between these two cameras, as you can see, the size, it's different. The thickness is different. The weight is different. And no questions at all that out of the three, the A7 IV is the one that does the best when it comes to photography, because of the 33 megapixel sensor. As a matter of fact, I'm not really going to include samples of pictures in this video because for why? I already know this camera is the best out of the three when it comes to photography. But I'm gonna include you some samples of video in daylight, also in low light, and also in extreme low light, because that's another reason why the Zve1 it's better than these two cameras, because the ISO on this camera it's the same than the A7S III, which I believe it goes to over 400,000. Basically, this camera can see in the dark. You'll see later the sample. So these two cameras, as far as the ISO, they have the same ISO. So in terms of low light, I was not gaining or making anything better from going to the A7C to the A7 IV in terms of low light. I'm gonna get the same results. The only benefit really, and neither in stabilization, these two cameras have the same options. Basically, with the A7 IV, I get the 4K 60 that I don't have here, but basically the same ISO. With this camera, I'm not only getting the 4K 60, but I'm also getting 4K 120, and I'm also getting all the new autofocus system from Sony and the new dynamic stabilization. This is, I think, pretty much you can tell from the video how good this camera is in low light and with the ISO. Basically, it destroys the other two cameras. This thing can see in the dark, and not to mention the dynamic stabilization and the 4K 120. And this is why I'm gonna keep this one, and I'm gonna sell this, the A7C, which was my camera for the last 2 years, and I'm gonna be returning this one to Amazon. So one more thing to say, it's a lot of people are talking about the overheating issues with the Sony Zve1. I will tell you right now, for my experience using this camera for the last 12 days, it has not overheated at all. Now, I don't record videos at a single time longer than maybe 8-10 minutes at the most. And then basically I record short clips that I use for a B-roll. So I don't really see myself recording something for like 20 minutes or 30 minutes non-stopping. But so far, I don't think the overheating is going to be a problem with this camera, as long as you don't record something for longer than maybe 15 or 20 minutes. I don't never do that, so that's why I'm not going to worry about it. So anyways, I hope this video helps you to make the right decision, and I will see you later.